After 15 hearings in a span of 10 months, the Quad Committee investigation into POGO, scamming, illegal drugs, and extrajudicial killings have concluded today. They finished before 7 p.m., the earliest on record that the Quad Committee has finished so far. Hello, I am Lian Buan, and you're watching a Rappler Recap. The committee is due to submit the report and present it to the plenary, where we are expecting more recommendations of charges against officials. Sabi kanina ni Committee Chair, outgoing Surigao Representative Ace Barbers, na sasabihin nila doon sa kanilang committee report na kailangan pa ng mas malalimang investigasyon tungkol sa mga abusadong pulis sa war on drugs ni former President Rodrigo Duterte. Ito daw ay may kinalaman sa mga station commander na maaaring nagtago ng mga report or yung mga nag-cover up doon sa mga naging patayan na naging resulta ng mga police operation. Even though they say that they are not cooperating with the International Criminal Court, we know that the ICC can rely on open sourcing. And once this committee report becomes public, we will expect the civil society organizations and even the lawyers for the victims to submit that to the ICC to show that there is a lack of genuine investigation, genuine domestic investigation dito sa Pilipinas patungkol sa war on drugs ni former President Rodrigo Duterte, who we know has been detained at the ICC since March 11. Kanina sinabi ni Human Rights Chairperson Richard Palpalatok na hanggang ngayon hindi pa rin nagko-cooperate sa kanila ang Philippine National Police sa patuloy nilang pag-iimbestiga doon sa mga nangyaring patayan kung saan yung pulis yung nakapatay o pumatay di umano ng mga drug suspect. For the first time, even though we've known this for a long while, sinabi ng National Bureau of Investigation na pati sila hindi nagkaroon ng access dun sa mga scene of the crime reports. Hindi man nga daw nila nalaman kung ano yung mga baril o ano yung mga kalibreng baril na ginamit dito sa mga police operation na to na di umano'y nagresulta sa pagpatay ng police. All of this point to what has long been said as the alleged police cover-up, malawakang cover-up, pati na rin yung sinasabi nilang pagplant ng evidence sa mga scene of the crime noong panahon ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. That was how the Quad Committee ended its investigation after 15 hearings kasi mag-wrap up na yung 19th Congress. Papalitan na sila ng 20th Congress at in-announce naman kanina na magkakaroon ng Quadcom 2.0 kung saan pagpapatuloy daw ng mga susunod na kongresista sa 20th Congress yung nasimulan ng Quadcom. The Quad Committee nga is wrapping up, but there's one problem that they failed to solve kanina kasi pagkatapos na ipagbawal ni President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. yung POGO, merong isang problemang sumulpot. Yung 9,000 na dating mga worker ng POGO, ng mga foreigner, hindi na nila mahanap kung nasan ngayon. In the words of PAOK Chief Undersecretary Gilbert Cruz, pakalat-kalat yung mga former POGO workers na foreigner. Ngayon, hindi nila alam kung saan hahanapin because after POGO was outlawed, nirevokan ng visa, kinanselan ng passport, or di kaya simply the employers just took their documents away. So if they're undocumented, they cannot leave the country or they cannot easily leave the country. At dahil wala na silang mga papeles, wala na silang pwedeng maging lehitimong trabaho. The NBI and the PAOK both say that because of this, they have resorted to a splintered illegal POGO operations na nakabase daw sa mga smaller apartments, condominium units. So hindi na ito yung mga malakihang compound na tulad ng nakita nyo na dating kay former Mayor Alice Go. And because of that, there is a concern. Actually, ang pagkaka-describe nga dito ng mga lawmaker ay it could escalate into a national security because sabi nga ni Congressman Barbers, what if among those 9,000 are criminals and spies? What are we gonna do? So it's a very, para sa kanila, it's a legitimate and urgent concern of national security, but much to their frustration, wala silang narinig kanina na cohesive and strong plan para hanapin yung 9,000 na ito kasi para silang nagtuturoan. Sabi ng PAOK For them, hindi muna sila maghahanap ng 9,000 kasi kung sila yung nakahanap, wala na silang pagdadalahan dahil daw overcrowding na yung kanilang facility. Doon sa Pasay, they are currently detaining 640 and they are having a challenging time funding the food and healthcare of those 640 detainees, and unfortunately, kumakalat daw yung sakit at meron na nga daw silang isang crinimate dahil na namatay dahil sa pag-contract ng isang sakit. But when you ask the PNP, they turn to PAOK dahil nga PAOK yung nagsilbing frontliner kumbaga sa pag-hunt down nitong mga POGOs. And when you ask NBI, they're saying that without the Bureau of Immigration, their hands are tied kasi hindi naman sila pwedeng manghuli na lang ng isang tao na wala naman silang ebidensya kung POGO worker nga ba to, at hindi naman nila caught in the act na ng scam. So the most efficient way to do it would be for an immigration officer to arrest them because of lack of documentation. That's easy, that's legal. But the thing is, wala naman daw, walang ganong joint operation na nangyayari. And it's not a good look for the Bureau of Immigration because their Chief Commissioner Joel Viado is embattled. He's facing accusation from within the Bureau na di umano ay nagbibigay siya ng special favors to POGO bosses, allegedly signing release orders, allegedly negotiating the release of some of the big boss of the apprehended POGO. Sa kanya rin isinisisi yung pag-deport dapat ng mga Vietnamese nationals pero instead na i-deport sa Vietnam, ay dinala sa Cambodia at hindi pa pinaalam sa Vietnamese embassy at sa kanya rin isinisisi yung patuloy daw na impunity dito sa mga POGO na to. Ayon sa statement na nilabas ngayon ni Immigration Commissioner Joel Viado, he says he categorically deny everything in those documents that were sent to us at sinasabi niyang smear campaign lang daw to ng isang senior official ng BI laban sa kanya. At actually, he's turning the tables on the senior official and he's saying that this official actually has pressured him to release also a POGO boss. Kaya there's a lot of distrust. We can see it's very palpable that there's a lot of distrust among agencies, and this has caused frustration sa lawmakers who are saying that they can only do so much. They have recommended a slew of laws and then policies to be enacted, pero at the end of the day, it's gonna be in the hands of these law enforcement agents. The last recommendation kanina was a super body na para hanapin tong 9,000 na to, there should be a super body of NBI, PNP, PAOK, BI, DFA, DTI, DOLE, everyone involved just to make sure that we find those 9,000, deport who we have to deport, charge who we have to charge, and help if ever may kailangan ng tulong among those 9,000, or else, as how Congressman Barbers put it, we will be living in a society where 9,000 people who we don't know if they have a criminal record roam among us. Thank you so much for watching Rappler Recap.